That's looking good. It's looking good. It's smelling good. Let's go. Let's have a taste. How are we doing, Perfect Drafters? All right, good stuff. So, what have I got in this little belter this week? Well, after the Pineapple Express, in which I think I said I've got that loaded and the sun's out, yeah, since then it's leathered it down. Absolutely belted it down. So, to try and rescue the British summer, let's hope we've not just had it already, I thought, right, I'm going to play some games. I'm going to put in what would potentially be, or normally be, a winter-style beer, and just see if basically my choice of keg is influencing the weather. It's unlikely, but anyway. And it's a bit of a long tale. Basically, I'm just reviewing a darker beer. So I've had the Leffe Brune before. I've had Leffe Blonde. Had both of those. That one's there, if this is the Leffe Blonde. This one's here, if that's the Leffe Brune. Right in the middle, you've got the Leffe Amber, or Amber or something. Basically, it's the one in the middle. So, that's what I'm trying now. That's what's locked and loaded. Leffe Amber. So I am a bit of a Leffe fan. Like them. Think they're good. Like the little bit of a twang. I think the worst of the Leffe range that I've had so far is the Lagra one, you know, which is basically the lager. Now, just compared to other lagers, it didn't hit the spot for me. I don't think you want that Leffe twang in a lager. I just don't think you do. I don't think I gave it a bad review, but it just wasn't up there with your Jupilers, with your Hertogs. It wasn't there. But the Brune, I did like. I thought that was a belter. I thought that was really good. And I like the Blonde as well. Higher strength ABVs. This one's a 6.6er, so it's one to be wary of yet again. But that's what Leffe's about, isn't it? To me, before having the Perfect Draft, you know, you was in higher quality places in the UK, because I know on some of those other reviews that I've done, people have said, look, you know, Leffe in Belgium or France or wherever you go, it just isn't seen as such a high class beer. But over here in the UK, it is. And you know you're in a pretty decent establishment. You know, you're not in a place that's got 6 Carlin taps and 12 Foster's runs. I remember that when I was at university, they used to have a Foster's run, you know, because they used to just literally keep on pouring. It was just going. Didn't make that noise. It was just a normal tap, but it was just pour after pour, you know, pour after pour after pour of Foster's, and you just used to go, well, give them about £1 at the time, £1. That's what it's worth now, but £1, give them £1, and you had your Foster's. Other than the Leffe Brune, I think this one, you know, because this is the kind of, it's still a darker ale. I think this one could hopefully be compared to, I've got in the head, the Dykirch Grand Cru. So I think that could be probably likened to this. That's what's in competition on the Perfect Draft. Wasn't that long ago that I reviewed that either, so that's still in mind. I will compare it to that. Can't quite remember the rating, but I did like it. I enjoyed it. So as usual, I've got my snackage at the ready, and I know one big bold review follower, subscriber will be happy with it at least, if not everybody else. But hey, let's hope it's a good bit of snackage. So looking at the Big Bold Reviews website, because it's been a while, but if you do create an account, you can have a look at these kind of facts. So let's have a look. So we're looking at £34.50 of your finest monies. So no discount at all, you're looking at £3.29. You ramp up all the discount you like, fire in your keg returnage, and you're looking at £2.32. So reasonable pricage. I mean, if you go into a bar and you don't often get a pint of Leffe, but if you have half a Leffe, you're looking at a good 5 schnicks. You're handing over a note. 318 calories per pint. But anyway, let's have a look at that keg. Let's do the pour. Let's have a look at what it looks like. I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to fire into some snackage. Then I'll rate the beer. That's the order of play, people. Let's go. So there's the keg. There she blows. Got until August 2021. Leffe Amber. And you got to say, Leffe has got a certain amount of quality just to the design of it. It really has. I mean, your little stained glass window just up there. Your tapist monk style font. It's saying to you, look, I'm not your standard keg. I'm a Leffe. So it's been a little while since I've used this little beauty, so been a while. Out comes the Leffe glass. Let's get stuck in. Yeah. I think I said it before, and I'll say it again. This glass, you get it coming over the brim on that, and you're a poor puller. You just are. Just the bulbous-like shape of it. Anyway, very dark. Let's have a look. Let's bring her in. So there she blows. Look at that. Look at that colour. Lovely and dark. Very similar to the Grand Cru, the Diekirch Grand Cru, very similar. Little bit lighter than the Brune, I would say, or the Brune, the Leffe Brune, but still dark. Odd bub, odd little bub. Not many, but you wouldn't expect it with this kind of beer. A not bright white head, but still, look at that. And I can smell a bit of fruitiness. That's what I can smell. Right, let's get a taste of it. Let's get a taste. Let's grab her, people. So the head's gone down a little bit, but that's looking good. It's looking good. It's smelling good. Let's go. Let's have a taste. Yeah. I've said it before with every Leffe, I think, because it's always there. That kind of Leffe spicy coriander twang. She's there. She's saying hello. That's there. Lovely feel in the mouth. Lovely full feel. Quality again. It's funny, innit? Because you fire into a Leffe like that, you know, chug a bit, have a bit of a chug, and you think, you wouldn't do that in a pub, would you? You've spent a well-earned 5 schnicks or 5.50 or whatever, probably more, and you get a Leffe, you think, I'm going to enjoy that, I'm going to sup it, I'm going to sup that, but get it out of that, you have a bit of a chug. Chug-a-lug-a-loo. I mean, you wouldn't normally, and you shouldn't, because you should appreciate that and enjoy it. You know, there's kind of there's a bit of fruitiness to it. Banana, I would say, in there. Nutty. It's off Gogglebox, isn't it? Old dudes that say, hello, Nutty. You're on Nutty. Well, here's Nutty. Nutty in a drink. Yeah, it's good. It is good. Like I say, a little bit fruity. And you can imagine having this a bit more on a winter's day than a hot summer's day. But then you could also imagine having this a few degrees warmer, to be honest. It would probably bring out the flavour a little bit more. And I just think any beer from the Perfect Draft you can enjoy on a hot summer's day. Any of them. Because that 3 degrees just makes it refreshing. It makes it just scream out to be tried with a, you know, barbecue or something. And you wouldn't normally have that with a barbecue. Would you? Go fire up the barbecue and fire up the Leffe. You wouldn't normally do it. But definite fruitiness. We got a banana in there. You got probably a bit of orange. Yeah. Carbonation, to be fair, it's livened up a bit with me swilling it. It has a bit, and you can feel it in there. Not as much as a Jupiler or a Spaten or something like that, but you wouldn't expect it. You know, it's got a good, smooth, easy drinking. For a 6.6%er, it's easy drinking. It is. Like I say, one to be wary of. Now, I haven't got nuts to have with it. I'm thinking nuts would have been ideal. Nuts would have been good. And you have got to say, it is in between the blonde and the Brune. It hasn't got that kind of crisp, light feel that the blonde has. Fair play, but you wouldn't expect it to. And it isn't quite as heavy as the Brune. It's in the mid. It's in the mid, but it is its own drink. Definitely. Yeah. I'd have it again. So in terms of its competition, the Dykirsch Grand Cru, I did enjoy that. I did. That's a hard one. That is a hard one. If you've had the Dykirsch Grand Cru and you enjoyed it, and I know a lot of people have, for me that's one that isn't often spoken about and is a belter. And if you enjoyed it, have a go at this, because I think you will enjoy this as well. In fact, I've got no doubt you'll enjoy this as well. I wouldn't say if you like the blonde, you'll definitely like this. That's no guarantee. If you like the Brune, you probably will like this. But I think that's pleasant. And a nice refreshing change from an IPA and a lager. Right, before I rate it, I'm going to have some snackage. Right then, Stuart, you've said on a few of my reviews now, you've said, come on, Baldy, what are you doing having that snackage? That's what you've said. You've been like, I've got some belters here and you need to try them. You've sent me a few links and I've got hold of some. I have. I'm sceptical. I just am. Right, so I've gone for these. Yeah. Eat real. I just want to eat. But eat real. Lentil chips. I'm sceptical for a start because they're calling them chips when they're surely crisps. They're surely crisps. But anyway, I'll get over that. They're free from all 14 declarable allergens, which is good. If you suffer from allergens, that's good. There's 40% less fat, and considering the calories that I spoke about earlier, that's probably a good thing. They're gluten-free, they are vegan, and this is where it perks itself up because they're a good flavour. They're chili and lemon. I mean, you can't get much better than that. I like chili, I like lemon. I like the fact it's a white packet. I like white cars. I want a white car. It's on trend. So, anyway, that's irrelevant because let's see what they taste like. Now then, so Stuart, you have been having a go at a lot of my snackage attempts. Let's hope these are good. Easy to open. That's a win. Let's give it a sniff. Yeah. So they smell like a different snack. They smell like what I'd expect. Let me go in again. Like what I'd expect Skips if they did a chili and lemon flavour to smell like. So to that end, I'm expecting them to melt on the tongue a little bit. They might not. They look like they might though. Let's have a look. Okay, I've got a triple wham. They almost look a little bit, not Skips. I mean, Skips are very uniformed in their shape, but You know, there's a triple stack. Yeah. Obvious flavour on the inner kind of concave, but I don't know what I'm waffling on about. Let's get stuck in. Let's bang them in. All three, ding dang do. I'll tell you what, I think you've nailed it, Stuart. They're good. They are good. They've got a decent amount of dryage for the beer that I'm going to enjoy with these, no doubt about it. You get both flavours there, really nice. You know, you get there's good amount of heat of the chili, not overpowering, but a good amount. And yet that lemon's there. I like them. I like them. I like the texture. I'm surprised at them. I mean, 40% less fat than what, I suppose? Because I'm thinking I'm being quite healthy. It's saying to me lentil, it's saying 40% less fat, it's saying gluten, it's saying vegan. If they're healthy, then that is a revelation for the nation. I'm going again. They're good. I like them. I've got to be honest. I thought he'd sold me a cropper here. I thought he'd sold me a right Roy cropper, but he hadn't. He's told the truth. They're good. Well done, fella. Good work. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look at your link because you sent me two snackages to try, and I trust you now. I do. Not that I didn't trust you before. I didn't know you. I don't know you now, really. But I know that when it comes to snackage, you are a voice. You're a voice to be listened to. Yeah, good. Remind me a little bit of those kind of, there's the twisty kind of, there's some twisty chili lemon snack things that some pubs do. Or they look a little bit like a cheesy bug, you know, like a woodworm. My missus calls them cheesy bugs. Never heard of that before, but you know, like the woodworm things, woodlouse. Look like one of them, but more appetising. And then crisp kind of colour and shape. Well, not shape, but a woodlouse, cheesy bug style shape, armadillo type thing. I don't know what they are. No idea what they are. But them. Taste a little bit like them. But these are good. They are good. Let me have a snup. Snup? Let me have a sup. You know what? I know I said I should have some nuts with this, but no. I'm happy with my lentil chips. Not happy they're calling them chips. My lentil crispy snack things from Eat Real and my Leffe. I'm happy with both of those. Right. That. What am I giving that? Let me have a sup. I can't remember what I gave that Die Kirsch. That Die Kirsch Grand Cru, because I think it's very similar. I think I gave it an 8. I'm going to give it the same. I'm giving that an 8. High mark again. I've given very few low marks. That's the way it goes. It's an 8. I'd have it again. No doubt about it. If you haven't had that, you've got to try it. You know, you've got to try that. I think they probably do bottles of it in your Tesco's and stuff like that. No idea how that compares to the Perfect Draft. It won't be as good, but you maybe want to give that a go. That's a good one. And for £34.50, it's a winning price for a winning keg. Good. So that gets an 8. These, I tell you, that's quite hard. I'll have one more, nearly finished the pack. Very good. They're good. Are they Snyder's good? Are they? I don't know if anything is. I'm going to give them an 8.5. I'm going to give them an 8.5 because I think I've given quite a few of those like Sensation street mixes and things like that an 8 and maybe a 7 as well. They're better than them. These are better than them. They are. They're not a 10. They're not a Snyder's. Snyder's a 10 and that's it. But I tell you, I'd have these again. And for me, for a beer snackage, if I was having a lager, I would still have a Max Strong jalapeno and cheddar crisp with it. I would. If I was having an IPA, I want some Thai Sweet Chili Sensations nuts. But, and I think this is a winner, for these Abbey Ales and that, I don't know if it's just because I've only tried them with that, but these lentil chips, these are good. These are good. I'd have them again. So yeah, 8.5 for these. An 8 for the Leffe Amber. Good marks, happy day marks. And, you know, I'm recording this on the night of the Italy-Spain semi-final. Tomorrow night is the big one, the England-Denmark semi-final. So looking forward to that belter. But if that goes as planned, if that is a win, now as much as, you know, Casper Schmeichel, I take my hat off to him and he's an absolute top bloke. You can probably guess who I support from that. But if goes as planned, we will be in that final on Sunday. And if we are, people, then have a hell of a weekend. Because it's got to be an absolute belter if we are, let's face it. If you got your home bars all set up with St George's and that flying about, then I envy you because mine's still not finished. But still, enjoy in those bars. Enjoy with your friends. Have a hell of a weekend. Enjoy the football. Hopefully we're there. But even if we're not, enjoy it anyway. And if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel, people. Have a look at the website. But beyond everything else, have a good one, peeps. Until next time, cheers, Perfect Drafters. Cheers. So I've had the Leffe, oh, I said Leffe, an 8 for the Leffe, an 8 for the Leffe Brune. It's not Brune. So that gets an 8. Now these, drop my phone.